mono-printed collages. We are learning how to create implied textures with household materials. Make a monoprint, which is just one colour. Create art at home responsibly and independently. You will need some paper to print on. Newspaper's fine, computer paper's probably best, but anything you've got. You'll need some paint. You can use acrylic paint, house paint, poster paint, anything you have lying around. I'll even show you how to use nail polish later. You'll require some sort of sellotape or sticky tape to put your bag onto your table. You'll want a glue stick and scissors. You don't have to have these things. You might like to use a pencil in this activity, and you'll need a selection of different things that you can create a texture in your paint with. I've got an old toothbrush, some cotton buds and toothpicks, and a really cool thing for texture is tin foil. I'll show you how to use that later. Finally, you will need an old plastic bag. It can be any type, but make sure it doesn't have any holes in it. You're going to be taping this to your table. Here are some examples that I have made. These are done using only one colour paint on two separate pieces of paper, and each of those pieces of paper has a texture on them that I created with my tools. Those were then cut out into the shapes of my pots and into the shape of my plants, and I glued them together to create this picture. You can see that all the different textures are represented, and I even used a hole punch to create dots on the plant on the left. Mother's Day is coming up, so I used my patterns to create a really cool card for my mum. You might like to have a go at that as well. You can see this picture's quite simple. The first thing you will need to do is tape your plastic bag down securely to the table. Then dot it with a small amount of paint and use one of your tools to spread the paint out. Don't go right to the edges. You want to keep your paint contained so that you're not making a big mess. Any mess you make now, you have to clean up later. Press a piece of paper firmly across your texture. You can see here, it's quite a dark one. Now what I'm going to do is put a second piece of paper on, and this is called creating a shadow print. The shadow print is a lot lighter. Try printing on different types of paper. Here I've used some newsprint. I'm using the tin foil now to create my next texture. I've balled it up and given it a little handle, and I'm using it to sort of dab the paint around. I don't want to spread it too far. I'm going to take a plain piece of paper, and you'll see that my texture is quite different to when I used a toothbrush. Press firmly and try not to let your paper slide around. That will ruin the end effect. I'm definitely doing a shadow print of this one. You can see now I've got two very different values, a dark and a light of the same texture. This is the favourite print that I created, where I used a cotton bud to remove small amounts of paint from my plastic bag. I can see right through to the table, which means I'm not going to have any paint in those areas. When my paper was placed on the top, I found there was a really neat contrast between the dark and light spaces. In my last print, I'm using that cotton bud to create some stripes. Remember, hold your paper in place so it doesn't slide around. These are all the prints that I created just using the black paint, and I did them all onto plain white paper. I organised them from lightest to darkest. This shows value. I'm drawing a series of plain hearts across all of the different prints that I have made, and I'm going to cut these out and try and arrange them in a variety of different ways to see which arrangement I like the best. These are the 9 hearts that I ended up with. I tried arranging them from lightest to darkest. This is what value is, light and dark. I tried moving around my arrangements. This is my final design. I put a small piece of black paper in my arrangement to create some more contrast. Using the parts I had left over from my Mother's Day card, I made this picture. Here I'm making my print with nail polish. It came out quite well, but you need to remember that nail polish is not water-based, so it can't be washed off in water. Any of the things that you use to make texture will need to be thrown away. That's why things like cotton buds, old toothbrushes, and tinfoil are great. This is the final picture that I made using my prints that were done with just nail polish. You can see I used more than one colour, and I used both black and white paper to print on. Once you have finished creating your awesome artwork, make sure you pack up all the mess that you've made. No one wants to come back into the kitchen table covered in nail polish. I look forward to seeing everything you make, so please share it with me. Ka kite!